So you had some things about what you were talking about, how you moved money around or something, Austin, you were talking about?
Yeah. So one thing that I'm very excited about with M2 is that I have a friend that lives in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
And when the pandemic hit, they ran out of jobs, their whole economy shut down. And to them, an average income that's a decent income is like $500-600 a month. And to where, they were struggling. They lived together, 4 of them in a house. They had kids over there. And to send money over there, I never did it before. I didn't know how to do it. But to send money over there, so I was researching on the internet, and there's all sorts of different scammy looking like websites and ways. And it was confusing to me. So I figured out there's a service that PayPal offers to do it. Well, I sent $100 over there, and it charged me $42 in fees. So it was ridiculous, but they were hurting. And to me, I was like, I can afford to send $100 where it can feed them for a week or so.
Yeah.
And so they had to have a bank account to receive it as well. But after I sent it, the very next day, PayPal suspended my account for suspicious activity.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, like here I am trying to help people out in the world, and it's doing me harm. I'm not able to use PayPal, and now I'm able to use it now. But it was like, wow. And I remembered a time when I was about 18, I'm 26 now. I worked with somebody, and they were from the Philippines. And and she had just moved to the United States, and we're working in an assembly line job. I was right out of high school. And I was asking her, like, how was the Philippines like? And she was telling me that there's a lot of poverty. There's not a lot of people with money, and a decent income, is a couple $100 a month, and they're fine. And you can go and live on the beach for a couple $100 a month, but they, to Americans, that sounds awesome. Like, heck yeah, $500 a month, I can go live on the beach. But really, I'm not saying they're struggling, but income is not as great. They don't have the financial opportunities that we do in the United States.
Yep.
So to think outside of myself for a second and just go, no, there's a much bigger impact in the world that this can do. And so I asked her, well, how do you send money back to your family? And it's Western Union, and it costs $40-50 for a fee. If they send $500, it costs her $50-60. I don't know the exact fees, but she was telling me, I was, is there any other way? And so, and thinking about those situations is what really got me excited about M2 is through a mobile phone. You don't need bank accounts. You can send money almost instantaneously across to other countries. And that's very powerful because this will uplift other economies. This will help other people in other nations. This is it's out bigger than yourself. It's a bigger impact. As a human race, we're only as strong as our weakest link. Mm-hmm. And right now there's countries and there's economies around the world that are very weak right now. And we in the United States have an opportunity to help these people. Mm-hmm. And we can't be selfish with our information. We have a social responsibility to help these people. And M2 provides that path to do so. And so I'm just very excited to be a part of this group, be a part of this project, and do whatever it takes to spread the word and just help these people. Because, you think about it, before the internet, there's people all over the world that have great ideas that they can't share it and build projects. And the internet opened that up. Well, the blockchain is going to open up the opportunities to these people as well. And it's going to make it immutable and non-centralized. So it's very exciting. And I don't know. It's just it's cool stuff.
It is, and like you were saying too, people don't even realize that there's more people getting on the internet than there ever been in the history of time, right? Because these third world countries, these devices are getting into their hands, and it's spreading faster than when we were just back in 2002, right? So this is what we were talking. We have people talking that are living in Kenya and telling us that what this M-Pesa did, it had pushed the internet into this country by almost 80%, right? To be able, a country like you think that probably doesn't have anything like that with devices, but it has, and it changed their life. And going to your point, Tim, of what you were talking about in your presentation, another problem that they were having with M-Pesa was they would have to literally go to a kiosk or somewhere with cash, and they would get robbed and they would get murdered because they had to carry around cash, taking it to this place so it can be like a bank, like you deposit it, and then they put it on your M-Pesa account. And M-Pesa helped out a lot. Like, don't get me wrong, but that's some of the stories that you hear, So that's what Austin is talking about is, yes, this thing is all on your phone. There is nothing else that you need, right? And it will be a currency that has value. And yes, it can be used as a monetary system for a country. And we're going to see that. And that's why we're so excited, because the way this is built, the way it's going to be distributed, everything's going to be put on the Uniswap. chain and the exchange, and all 3 billion coins will be there. None of us here are getting early little bags. It's going to be the fairest distribution ever. So